So finally, I have updated my device to Windows 10, and obviously this is a mobile version of Windows 10 running on Mi 4 LTE. So this is Xiaomi's flagship device of 2014. This one is Xiaomi Mi 4 LTE variant. So this device runs on Android 6, as you can see here. It got 2 gig of RAM and 16 gig of internal storage. There is another variant of this device with 3 gig of RAM and 64 gig of internal storage, but this is the base variant. But unfortunately, this device don't really come with micro SD card support, which is pretty bad for this device. And as you can see here, it is running on MIUI. So one thing which is good about this device is that although it is running on Android 6, but you can still get custom ROM for this device, and you can update this device maybe up to Android 10. And the processor used here is actually pretty good. Snapdragon 801, which was a flagship processor of that era. So it still runs pretty well, as you can see here. The rear facing camera is quite good. It's a 30 megapixel rear facing camera, and you are getting a 8 megapixel front facing camera. So the camera still takes decent picture and still usable actually. So as a secondary device, this device still makes sense and pretty good device. Pretty handy, as you can see here. You can hold it pretty well with one hand, and it has few other features like IR blaster, 3.5mm headphone jack, and we do get a micro USB port here, and the speaker is here. The build quality is pretty good. It got stainless steel frame and it feels pretty solid actually. Usually what I do, actually I flash custom ROM on this kind of devices. So flashing custom ROM on this device is pretty simple actually. So you can go to about phone and unlock the developer mode, and you can go here, additional settings and developer option. You have to enable DSP debugging, fast boot flashing, and that's all. You don't really need to unlock bootloader or anything like that, and you can flash a custom ROM on this device. But I plan to install Windows 10 on this device. So there is a variant of Windows 10 which runs natively on this device, not on any other devices, even not on Mi 4W. So I have Mi 4W here, which is not LTE variant, although the specification and everything same, but you can't flash Windows 10 on this device. Only on this you can flash it. So I will flash Windows 10 on this device. Mainly I'm flashing Windows 10 on this device is that Windows 10 runs pretty well even on low-end hardware. As this got only 2 GB and 16 GB of internal storage, I think it will make much more sense, as I'm going to use this device as a secondary device. So I don't really need much application or anything like that. For that, I think it will make much more sense. So I will flash Windows 10 on this device.
3,000 years later.
So finally, I have updated my device to Windows 10, and obviously this is a mobile version of Windows 10 running on Mi 4 LTE. So it is working really well. This ROM is actually officially released for this device. Now you can't really get it. The official link for this ROM is already gone, so you have to find it out. So what you are getting with this device, as you know, this device runs on Android 6, and Android 6 is not really that much usable, but it is much better than the Windows. But if you have a device lying around, and if you have a primary Android device or iPhone, then you can try actually. So this is running much better than what I have expected, because all the basic things are working perfectly fine, and I did able to like site load application. As you can see here, I did install few games and everything, so it is doing pretty well. Now what is not working and what is working? First of all, the basic things, as I said, like, so as you can see here, it is already connected to 4G LTE, and 4G is working well. Wi-Fi is working well, Bluetooth is also working well. So basic connectivity, everything is working well, no issue at all. Few things which are not working is proximity sensor and light sensor. So you have to manually control the brightness. So as you can see here, you can adjust the brightness here. That one you have to do. And the light sensor is also working well. So it has the support of light sensor. So when you charge or when you get any kind of notification, the light will blink. So that's quite good. And another thing which I found that not really good is the camera support. So the camera does work. So as you can see here, it does come with all the features, manual control and everything. And we do get the HDR controller and everything. So we can take picture, as you can see here, but the quality is not really good. The rear facing sensor, but front facing camera is good enough. So it is working well. It's not really optimized well for Windows 10. So it's usable. The camera is working, video recording is working, as you can see here. For a portrait ROM or Windows ROM, it's quite good. And the flashlight, as you can see here, working well, no issue at all. So it is running on Windows 10 version. As you can see here, it is running on Windows 10 version 1607. So in my few Lumia videos, I said that you can update any Windows phone to latest version, but not on this case, because this is an unofficial device to run Windows 10. So I can't really unlock the bootloader, and if I can't unlock bootloader, I cannot change the model number to get the update. And if I get the update also, sometime it will bring some driver which will not compatible with this device, and it will make this device unusable. So because of that, I'm not unlocking bootloader, but I did manage to install application. As you can see here, sideloading is still possible, so you can install zip file, but there are limitations, so you can't really put much application here. I don't really know what is the issue, but I did able to sideload around 10 or 12 application, like 12 games. I can't put more than that, so you have to uninstall some to install some, so that is the issue. And the official version of Windows Universal Tool is working. So as you can see here, it is working. So you can download application directly from here. Only the appx file, which runs on Windows 10, but not the zip file. So if you want to install zip file, you have to sideload the application like I did. So sideloading is possible, but for appx file, you can directly install, or you can use this application to install them. So there are tons of application available, like all the application released for Windows 10 and Windows 8, all are available on WUT tool. And I did make videos about it. So as you can see here, W10M group and all sorts of camera application and everything available. So multimedia. And UT5 software is actually an application to watch YouTube videos on Windows 10 devices, but unfortunately it is not working on this device. So let me install it. So I have to uninstall application to install it. So uninstall, and let's try to install it. Download, and it will start downloading. Confirm, and it will install automatically actually. So as you can see here, it is downloading, and it is going through the process. As you can see here, it is automatically installing. So appx bundle file. So you can install appx bundle file without any kind of bootloader unlocking process or anything like that. You can do it. So installing now. Quite fast and done in installing. So if we check now, as you can see, we got U2.5 application, but it doesn't work on this device, maybe because of the version. So it is running on lower version. So if you got a device which is running on latest version of Windows 10, this application will work. But anyway, you can still watch YouTube directly from Microsoft Edge. So as you can see here, it is slower side, pretty slow. Like it is not really for any kind of browsing or anything like that. You can't really browse because most of the page it can't load anymore. So it is trying to load actually. So as you can see here, and if I try to play NCS, pretty slow actually to load everything. It is not really issue with my Wi-Fi. It just the device is sluggish, or the browser is sluggish, so it is not doing well.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah.
So YouTube is working, but it's not really that much usable, or it's pretty slow to load anything. So you cannot expect any kind of browsing or anything like that. But otherwise, it is pretty good actually. One thing which I have noticed is quite good on Windows 10 is the battery backup. So the battery backup is really good on this device. So you can expect like more than enough battery backup from this device right now. And multitasking, so it's pretty smooth. As you can see here, it can keep everything in the memory. So as you can see here, I opened this application long ago, but still it is in the memory and it's doing pretty well. So the game, as you can see here, so as I said, you can install games here. You have to sideload them, and if you don't want to install any more game, you can install emulator. So I did install emulator here, and I got few games here, maybe recent. So as you can see here, I did play games, and these games are working. Start. You can load your own ROM here, and they work really well as the hardware is pretty good here. Obviously not in the full speed or anything like that, but still pretty good. So it is working. Emulation is also possible. So you can install PPSS, PP Gold, or the application. You can get it directly from the WUT. So you can download it from there. And other games like Subway Surf, these games working really well. And like the acceleration is also good. So accelerometer sensor is working well. No issue at all. So gaming performance is also really good, and I do really like the aesthetic of Windows 10. As you can see here, looks good and pretty unique actually. It's like not really like Android. So if you have a device which is lying around, it only supports Mi 4 LTE, not you can't really install on other devices like Redmi Note 4, Redmi 4A, all those devices, even on the Mi 4W. So this is Mi 4W, the 3G variant, which you can get anywhere in India or any other Asian countries. You can't install that here. Although they share the specs pretty much similar, only this one is 3G, this one is 4G, but maybe I don't really know why this one cannot boot the ROM. So it could be issue with the modem or anything like that. So not going to work. But you can try on LTE, and it's quite good actually. Another thing is like Microsoft Store is completely dead now. Obviously, you can still load the application and everything, and it can update the application. So download and updates. I did update all the application. So as you can see here, it got new update, and if I try to update it, so start downloading. So it works, but you can't really get new application directly from the store. So you can use WUT, and if you're lucky enough, you will get few application from there. So as you can see here, it is installing. And if I go to home, and so these are the application actually it is showing. These are actually desktop application. So if I try to install them, they will not work, as you can see here. Which are none of them going to work. So completely dead now. The only way to get application right now is WUT or site loading, and you can get few application here, and still you can use this device for listening to music and playing the old games and everything. Also, you can use it as a hotspot, and obviously it is working for phone calls. So you can still use this as a secondary device. So you can get one of these around $20 or $10. I got mine for $7 actually, and flash the Windows 10 ROM, and I will keep it as a Windows 10 device because it's unique actually. You can't get a Mi 4 LTE variant with Windows 10 ROM right now because it's quite hard to find a Mi 4 LTE variant device. So that's all about this device. And if you want to try out on your device, I will put the ROM file and the flashing process in the description below so you can follow it. It's pretty easy actually because you don't really need to unlock the bootloader of this device to flash the Windows 10 ROM. You can flash it directly using the Xiaomi's official tool. So I will put the file link in the description below so you can try it. So that's all about this device. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.